परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भवातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyananda. Hi, this is Ma Nithyananda. Thanks for joining again tonight. I wanted to expand a little more about yoga. We've been speaking a lot about yoga lately, but there's some interesting points that Swamiji had given us during the webinar recently, the Superhuman Unlock the Yogi Within You webinar. So one thing he was speaking about, he was talking about is his own experiences and how there's very strong cognitions that can happen in your whole system when you actually start to do yoga. And especially when you're initiated by an avatar like Swamiji, and you're his disciple, yoga takes on a whole new dimension. It's not like you're just going to some studio, and especially going to a gym that's just trying to replace gymming activities with yoga. It's not going to cut it. But when you're initiated by the avatar and your Kundalini is awakened and you start to perform the yoga asanas, and then especially now when we're also going through the pramanas, going through the actual Sanskrit verses, you'll see that energy and how much it accelerates in your system and how you can actually get into a different space altogether while you're doing the yoga practice itself. So when you're basically in this process, doing the Nithyananda yoga, very strong cognitions penetrate your being ferociously. The postures of stretching your body and everything is to align your system to retain the alchemy experience, that Kundalini awakening, that oneness experience that happens during the processes with Swamiji. It basically will change your entire system. I've spoken about this before, but a lot of times, we try to self-medicate. We recently just spoke about that. Self-medicating, looking for something outside of yourself in order to make yourself feel better about yourself or about life. But the thing with this yoga is when you're doing this yoga and the Nithyananda yoga, your whole brain and everything is being, in a sense, rewired. So this bliss feeling when you're doing the yoga, that chemistry that's awakening up, is actually so much more fulfilling than anything you've ever experienced. You won't even remember that you were the type of person who had to self-medicate or go out and party or do anything. If you just sit in that space, either in the oneness experience, the Shaktipat experience, or doing the Nithyananda yoga, you will realize that it's such a complete experience, getting into that space with yourself and with the cosmos, that you really don't need anything else in your life. And it's been a very beautiful journey and very fulfilling for myself also, because I used to be like that. I used to feel I needed to do all of these other things in order to feel better inside. But in truth, I didn't need any of that. I only needed to meet Swamiji, who gave me that initiation, woke up my Kundalini. And whenever I would sit in silence, and even now, of course, even more strongly, I feel that space. And it got me through so many trials and tribulations, after. So I used to like to party and also go out and do those things. But then once I understood and experienced that happening, and that was before I even physically went to any program with Swamiji. That was only during the two-way sessions with him. My whole life changed. I didn't need those things in my life anymore that I was doing before. And if I ever thought, maybe I should do it again or go back to that life, all I had to do is stop and for a moment and close my eyes. And I could feel that energy running through my system. And I knew the gift that I received was so much more important than anything. So it really helped get me through. So many people who have issues, maybe they want to quit some addictions, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or food, or anything like that. This kind of experience, this kind of Kundalini awakening and the connection with the oneness, with the cosmos that you receive from Swamiji through initiation, it can really get you through all of those things. All you need to do is make the decision that you want to make it happen and you want to make that change in your life. then you'll see how it starts to manifest. And not only that, when you do programs with Swamiji, especially Inner Awakening and Sadashivatva, you'll be initiated into manifesting the powers of Sadashiva. So not only reading with your third eye, body scanning, you'll be able to actually see inside your body what's happening. You'll be able to see others also. So imagine what a fulfillment you have also in the outside world, because you'll be able to help people now. You'll be able to provide healing for them, tell them what's wrong, heal them with the third eye, and then also they can go to the doctor and see what is going on and how they've been healed. So many different things can happen in your life, and it can expand in so many different ways that you'll forget how you were living before, because you'll be so much more fulfilled and in so much of a more complete space with yourself and life. It's such a powerful experience and so important. So I like to share all these things because people don't understand that that's there, that's available to them. So why live the same old way when you can have a new cognition about yourself, about life, and live in the space of Sadashiva, which is that oneness space with the cosmic energy and manifesting powers? It's pretty amazing. So many people are benefiting. I will attach the Nithyananda Times section of YouTube so you can start to look at some of the testimonials, some of the sharings that people have given to tell about their own experiences. You know, and especially in the last Mahasadashiva, when people were doing things like altering their pulses. And actually, when people do that, it provides great healing in others also. And so not only just having high blood pressure or something like that, but in other diseases also it heals. And just more fun things, as I like to say, exuding fragrance. So imagine that. You never need to wear toxic deodorant again. You can exude your own fragrance of your choice. So very interesting things were going on in the last sessions. And not only that, but using your mind to move matter without touching it. So many things are there. So looking at an object through your third eye and being able to move it. I've witnessed that, I've seen it, I've been able to move coconuts, you know, all different things have happened with that wonderful power. So when you start to live in that environment and see it happen all the time, it starts to become normal in a way. Because we think something like that is abnormal and unique. And it is in a sense. But it's actually part of our life. It's actually part of we're wired to do stuff like that. So it should become normal. Swamiji was saying in one satsang how he is going to make third eye available to humanity. So it'll be a common thing. Anybody will be using their third eye. So you'll be in your house and then you'll be like, honey, I lost my phone. And then all of a sudden, you know, your spouse will scan and be like, oh, it's upstairs in the bedroom, you know, on the night table. So just like that, common everyday things, it's so useful, right? So it's very exciting to see how things are going. There's such a buzz in the ashram, and things keep changing and upgrading every moment. And some more interesting powers that manifested because of Swamiji's initiation. People are actually able to increase their height. So, you know, we'll be able to increase our height. Also, changing your physiology. Somebody was sharing how their eye color changed, or their hair grew. And imagine being able to grow, especially if you maybe were a little shorter than you always wanted to be. You can actually make yourself increase in height. So all of these different things are there. But basically, at the heart of it all is that Shaktipat experience, that oneness experience that happens. Because that is actually the key to elevating your consciousness into getting into the space of enlightenment. It is that oneness experience. And these are all just fun things that kind of happen as a result. But to me, the way I see it, it's that experience of oneness and that bliss that fills the whole system. So I really hope that you can come soon, meet Swamiji, take one of the programs, and find out for yourself how your life can change, how you can just become a normal, everyday kind of person to a superhuman. and how your life can become from mundane to extraordinary and magical. So please go to innerawakening.org and sign up for the next program, be it Inner Awakening or Sadashivatva. You will not regret it. I'm telling you, you will really enjoy yourself in so many different ways. And what a gift it will be for you for your entire life. It's like an insurance policy. You won't need to buy an insurance policy and pay somebody for something you'll never use. But it's actually be something that you'll benefit from now until your whole life and even beyond. Because once you go to Inner Awakening or Sadashivatva, you see how the things inside you complete and begin to unfold as you go throughout life, as Swamiji is guiding you from wherever you are. So again, go to innerawakening.org and sign up today for Sadashivatva or Inner Awakening or any other program. Just get yourself in front of Swamiji and experience a new way of being. Thanks again for watching. Nithyananda.